e-learning can't only be the solution for building the next generation of people coming to the workforce.
What advice you want to give those e-learning education to evolve their own curriculum?
I don't know how good or bad e-learning is.
Thank you, sir. We are thrilled to have you with us. So,
Thank
as we
you.
are in the technology era and technology is progressing every day, and the new technologies that have been evolved and they're generally filling up our spaces as well as our own requirements. And it is also same for those e-learning education. So, my first question to you is, what skills as well as knowledges you see lacking within those newly graduates entering to the workspaces from esports?
Okay. I won't say they're lacking, but surely there has to be a marriage between the skills required in the industry versus what the education institutions are imparting. So surely there's a gap there. So if you see when we hire people from campuses or for jobs, you don't find too many good people. So there surely is a lack of the gap between education and the skills people have, which can they deploy in their workplace. So there is a gap. So I think if that gap can be bridged, it will help both the industry as well as students.
Thank you, sir. So my next question is, what advice you want to give those e-learning education to evolve their own curriculum in order to meet the requirements of the different industries?
Okay, so you mentioned e-learning. I don't know how good or bad e-learning is. It's yet to be understood how effective e-learning is. Yes, post-COVID, with technology coming in, e-learning has picked up in a big way. But e-learning can't only be the solution for building the next generation of, people coming to the workforce. There has to be a combination of different ways of imparting that knowledge. So some courses are very nice for e-learning. That's fine. What I've seen is that when the foundational education is done, when you have learned on the campuses, on the universities or colleges, e-learning becomes a very nice mode of enhancing your skills and keeping yourself up to date with the new changes in the industry. It's a smaller module. You can do things at your own pace. Some of the universities globally also are providing e-learning courses, but they are more of skill enhancement, short term. They focus on a particular aspect of learning, but for developing a student to be part of a industry, it's not only about the technology skills or learning. There are a lot of other aspects which come into play. Your how you work in a group, your relationship with your colleagues, your life in a hostel. I think all these adds value to make you a better individual for the industry. And I think e-learning doesn't come into play for those things.
Thank you, sir. So my next third question will be, throughout your career, what are the three key lessons that you have learned? So please can you share with us?
Okay, so one and most important thing which I believe and learned over the period is, I think a lot of people may have skills. They may be really good at their work, the skills, but what gives you success in the corporate life is attitude. So you need to have the right attitude to do the work, the can-do attitude. Because when I passed out, I don't know how many years back, things are different. And as you get into the job market or go into the industry, things are changing at a much rapid pace. What you learned in college, that will only be applicable when you start working or 5 years down the line. So you need to have that spirit that you are continuously learning, and whenever you are in a job, you have the curiosity to solve a problem or do something new. If you have that curiosity through your life, I think you'll keep learning and you're doing well. So that's the biggest learning. You should be flexible. The other thing is that at the initial stage of your career, you should be really flexible about location. You shouldn't bind yourself with too many constraints. what I've seen is that people say, okay, because my parents are in a particular location, I want to stay there. The salary is not very good in that place, but offers a great learning opportunity. So people take those decisions early in life. I think you shouldn't put any constraints in your life at stage. It should be more of learning, because how you invest in the first 5 years actually helps you to sustain in next 25 years. And that gives you a pretty big platform to move forward in life.
Thank you, sir. So my last question will be, the new graduate students, what generally they used to face the problem or the challenges in the rapid changing of markets, and how we can overcome it.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I think there is no straight answer to that how you can overcome it. Uh, the the only thing is that there are certain skills you need to build yourself. The education system needs to build in part. One is agility and adaptability. So you should be flexible, adaptable to situations. As the you know, when you start off, we don't know what we like. So as you go, you may find your calling, in the sense, maybe some people are very good at computer science, some people are very good at photography, some people are very good at acting. So you may be an IIT graduate, there are examples, who is an actor today. So you need to really understand self and be flexible to adapt, and you should be passionate about what you are doing, and the curiosity to learn. I think these are the things should be there as an individual that will give you success. Whatever you have learned in college from a education perspective, yeah, it's good for foundation. That gives you a good start, but it's not good to sustain you in the long run.
Thank you so much, sir.